Inner child dialogue. Not always that popular with my clients. You want me to talk to myself like I'm a child? Yes, I do. Okay? How do you talk to a baby? How do you talk to a friend? And how do you talk to yourself? Okay? You go up to a child and say, "You're not doing enough, get it together." What does the child do? The child freezes. Okay? When you talk to yourself that way, sorry, go ahead.
No, you would never say that to a child most of the time. It's like, no, I'm going to speak this way to a child. And you speak it this way to yourself.
We do.
Oh, yeah.
Now, so one of the things you can do is learn a new language. And you have to, again, it requires work. You have to be mindful. You've got to be involved in what are you saying to yourself. And we're not always conscious when we're saying to ourselves. I've given this example many times. I grew up in a family where I don't really know why, but when you bumped into something, the word stupid came out. And when I bump into something, I still hear myself say stupid. And when I say, I sound like a crazy person, because first I bump, I go stupid, I go, wait a second, Sandra, that was not stupid, that was an accident. Stop being so mean to yourself. So it sounds totally weird, but the thing is, that's healing, right? You can't always take the critical voice. The critical voice comes from our parents, and we learn it in our families of origin. It doesn't mean your parents were bad people, it's just things that get said and you interpret. Maybe it wasn't even said, maybe I interpreted it that way. But you got to rework the language.
And so sometimes it's that obvious, and sometimes it's not that obvious. So for myself, it would be, I should have known. What does that mean? I should have known. That's a critical voice. I'm not allowed to let anything out of my own parameters, not to be aware of everything. So that's also another way that sometimes the critical voice can come subtly. And just, do you guys get the idea of how that works in yourself? Can you find that voice that criticizes within yourself? Yeah, that makes sense?
You're going to have to, because you're about to do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so just to help you with this, I just want you to remember, though, that the critical voice is a judge. And I told you earlier, a judge, I personally have never met a happy judge. I don't know if you have. Usually, it's actually, the ratio is the more judgmental a person is, the less happy they are. So if you meet someone who's very judgmental, you're meeting someone who's pretty miserable. So watch that in yourself, because we all judge. If you're getting into one of your judgmental days, you're having a bad day. Okay? Because you never judge others more than you judge yourself.
No.
So, our exercise works like this. Very simple. You have some paper in front of you. What I'd like you to do is write down one critical thing you say to yourself often. I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm not good enough. No one's going to see this, by the way.
No,
so you can write, keep it private.